Success. Set to go in the first of the day, and they're off. Jumped almost as one, and Bonagilla Tom was showing out shortly after the start in advance there of Deceive, who began well underway quickly towards the inside. Slider is holding his position. Dropping in behind them is Richland, a length and a half further back than is Show Talk, and Command Post is last of all. A good charge for the lead. Slider on the inside, just in advance of Deceive. 3 off the fence is Bonagilla Tom. A length and a half to Richland as they come down the side, being followed by Admiral Smoky. Going forward, Command Post, and last of all, Show Talker. And there's only about 6 lengths covering the field as they come down the side. It's Slider on the inside, just the leader here from Deceiver. In behind them, Bonagilla Tom, still 3 off the fence. A length further back going forward, Admiral Smoky, followed by Command Post on the outside of Richland, and ridden along then is Show Talk at the back of the field. They're racing up towards the home turn. 450 left to go. Slider looks to be travelling well by a neck on Deceiver. Coming up 3 deep then is Bonagilla Tom, and they're followed by Richland. A bit further back is Command Post, followed next over on the outside by Admiral Smoky, and Rich Talk is last of all as they're making the home turn. Slider looked beaten on the outside now. Bonagilla Tom is joining him with a good run. Deceive try to go with Bonagilla Tom. Coming down the outside is Command Post. It's Bonagilla Tom taking the lead. Command Post is rattling home down the outside. Command Post on the outside. Bonagilla Tom. Command Post doing a bit the better's got up to score. Command Post has won it from Bonagilla Tom, and third home in the event Deceive, followed by Richland. Slider behind them, Admiral Smoky, and last to finish is Show Talk. Command Post, the second starter, and proving too strong at the finish. Bonagilla Tom had to work very hard and found the winner too good. 4-1 and 2, 4-1 and 2 official placings. In the Leslie Froggatt plate, number 4, the winner is Command Post, ridden by Eddie Wilkinson. Pays $20.90 and $6.50, so putters off to a bad start. 1 Bonagilla Tom second, ridden by Brett Preble, $1.20. Number 2 is third, Deceive. Insufficient starters for a third tote dividend. The first of the day here. And Command Post, raced by J and Mrs. G. Capellan and Mrs. G. Smith, trained by Dean Lawson at Flemington, by Honor Grades, a new side of me. Haven't seen this one before. An American stallion out of a mare called Cortalista, a Pompey Court mare. Winning the first on the card, ran third at Bendigo last time out. That was on the 22nd of February, behind Tuscany Girl, and has run home strongly down the outside to grab Bonagilla Tom in the last few hops, and Deceive in third place ahead of number 5, which is officially fourth, Richland, and number 7 ran fifth, and that was Slider.
Till I Miss, taken out at the barrier. They're away now. Now slowly away was My Georgie Girl, and Russian Dance beat them out, followed then by Miss Santiago getting up along the inside, and Yacht's not too far away, nor is Miss Creation. There's another one up there. Broadlock is going around the field. Heavenly Eclipse is prominent, followed by Light Up the Bay. Then Monabella getting back a bit was High Zephyr. Further back behind those, Clever Clan, followed by Karabossi second last, and My Georgie Girl is last of all. As they lead the back and race down the side, they've got about 700 to go, and the leader was Russian Dance. A length and a half in front of Broadlock, moving to second, out 3 wide in between runners. Yachts followed then by Miss Santiago down towards the inside, a length or so behind those, Heavenly Eclipse. Miss Creation's up on the outside, a further break then, Light Up the Bay centre field. Further back behind those, Monabella, followed by High Zephyr. Clever Clan giving the leaders a big start. A long break, Karabossi second last, and My Georgie Girl is last. But as they swing into the straight, Russian Dance leads with about 350 to go. Running on fairly well was Broadlock, followed by Yachts. Light Up the Bay down towards the inside. In behind those, Miss Santiago, followed by Miss Creation. This leader, Russian Dance, is getting tired. Light Up the Bay is coming home quickly, and also Miss Santiago is diving through in between runners, followed then by High Zephyr flying. It's High Zephyr, the widest runner, racing up, darting to the lead, and High Zephyr from a mile back. High Zephyr has won the opening race. Now Miss Creation second, Miss Santiago third, Russian Dance, followed then by Light Up the Bay, Clever Clan, Broadlock. A break behind those then in the field, Karabossi, Heavenly Eclipse, Yachts, Monabella second last, and My Georgie Girl was the last one home.
1, 4 and 6 there. Miss Creation second to High Zephyr, and Miss Santiago third. That's in race number 1 at Canberra. The winner should pay around $5.40 and $2.10. Now race 1 at Mowbray, Krakatini $11.
This time, and Game Warrior missed the start by a length, and Regal Chamber easily got the best of it. Gimmick to second, Empower third. Hula Maze is whipping around the outside, followed closely by Snar Dame, and then Venticello, who's over on the inside. At the head of the others, sorting themselves out as they race down past the 800. Empower getting back a little now. 3 lengths further off is Stolen Ark, and then keeping up Heartening News and Absolute Game Warrior. On the side, about 650 to go, and the leader Regal Chamber 3/4 of a length on Hula Maze. Snar Dame very wide third. Then Venticello, a length Empower Gimmick off the track from Stolen Ark, and a length the Keeping Up. Ridden hard, about 2 lengths to Heartening News and a half further back on the inside, Game Warrior. On the swing for home and the Magic Knight, and the Baldy Face Regal Chamber first into the stretch, a length on Hula Maze. Third is Snar Dame, wide from the Word Go, and a length further back Venticello, Stolen Ark, followed by Empower, and a length further away is Keeping Up, but Regal Chamber down to the 200 increased her lead to 3 lengths on a nearest rival, Empower. Keeping Up not doing enough at the moment, likewise Snar Dame, but Regal Chamber is going to beat them out of sight, and this flashy chestnut Regal Chamber wins 2.5 Empower. Keeping Up's run third, and then Snar Dame followed home by Game Warrior making up some ground from Venticello, Heartening News, Gimmick and Hula Maze, and Stolen Ark was last.
Super Tab 1 Empower, go again, number 7 Regal Chamber to pay 940, 271 was second Empower, 160, and 3 Keeping Up to pay 140.
Thing, and she can certainly get along. Number 1 second Empower, written by D. Beedman, has paid 170, and number 3 in third spot Keeping Up, hard at it, a long way from home, $1.60. So on the line she'd have about 2 to 2.5 lengths in her favour. Regal Chamber, she's run 109.98, 109.98, which is .30 outside Bint Masquet's race record.
Go, they're off and running. Oh, it bounded in the air, Lady of the Manor on the inside. She was tardy away again. Hit and run one of the first out with Accept, and Tycoon Princess working from the outside. Lady of the Manor now zooming up on the inside as Tycoon Princess tries to cross. Tycoon Princess now joined by Lady of the Manor. A length and a half hit and run, 2 to Accept, a half Lady Lexus, 1 further back a Spina. Apalachicola from Quiet Style and Dr. Davo off the back. Inside the 800, Lady of the Manor on the inside and Tycoon Princess. 2.5 hit and run, 3/4 Accept, who's gone up fourth. A couple of lengths, Lady Lexus. Outside it is Spina, 3 to Apalachicola. Then Quiet Style and 4 to Dr. Davo. Inside the 600, Tycoon Princess. Ahead in front from Lady of the Manor, the rail. Accept travelling up well, third now, a length away, a half then to hit and run on the fence, fourth. Then Lady Lexus, fifth, and a Spina given a crack with a whip pull to the outside from Apalachicola. Lady of the Manor under pressure and hitting the front, Tycoon Princess, but Accept comes at it quickly. Lady Lexus further out in the track, followed by at the head of the others, a Spina, but Accept hit the front of the 200-metre mark. Gauchi went for home, shot away 3 lengths in front. Oh, she's lengthening now. Accept has bounded away 4 or 5 in front of Lady Lexus, and Hit and Run pushing up in the middle, but Accept far too good. Wins at 3 or 4 on the run home. Hit and Run grabs second. A half head Lady Lexus third. A gap Tycoon Princess and Quiet Style of Spina. Apalachicola. Further back Dr. Davo. And this one, Lady of the Manor, has pulled up last of all.
2 Accept, 230 and 130. 3 Hit and Run, 250, and 7 Lady Lexus, $2.10.
Number 2.
And on the Super Tab there, 2 Accept, 260, 130. Number 3 Hit and Run to return 270, and 7 Lady Lexus, $2.
The Hit and Run number 3. And third to number 7, Lady Lexus, 2, 3 and 7. Good win to Accept. 4 starts, 2 wins in the second. Race for Woodlands. A Military Plume from K. Serra.
All right, at the barrier.
The starter, they're in the starter's hands now for race 2. 1 or 2 moving around a bit. A couple of attendants busy behind the stalls there. The one in gate 3, was it? That could have been Jolly Wonga. Yeah, the rider of Jolly Wonga is looking behind. So it may be that Jolly Wonga has sat down in the stalls. The starter, I notice, is on the 2-way. Good start with the exception of Gold Knuckle, who didn't jump all that well. And Embossing is back at the tail of the field with Carbon's Cross. Eastern Move beat them out. Jolly Wonga's up running second, followed by Blue Amber third. Out wide going up was Give My Regards. Select Berry is not too far away. Calamba settling down behind those on the rails. Then Front Office followed further back to Capital Call. The next one was Life Cycles. Getting back in the field was Exclusive Peter, followed by Vichira, Gold Knuckle and Justin Ninja. Getting a bit of a check there was Embossing, followed further back than Astro Starlet. And the last one as they commenced the run down the side was Carbon's Cross. They've got about 750 to go, and Blue Amber is the new leader now. Blue Amber strides out about 2 in front of Eastern Move. Give My Regards third. In behind those Jolly Wonga, followed then by Select Berry. Calamba's getting off the rails and running on. Further back behind those in the field, Capital Call, followed by Exclusive Peter. A long break back behind those centre field, Vichira gaining a bit of ground. Further back then Life Cycles. Gold Knuckle is well back, followed by Justin Ninja. Embossing as well back on the turn. Into the straight, they've got 400 to go. And as they race down the straight, it's Blue Amber the leader, running on fairly well. Give My Regards and Jolly Wonga's 3 out running on, followed by Calamba. Back behind those Exclusive.
Racing now. Mary Waltz got out okay.
They're off and caught them to a beautiful start. The top weight and favourite, one of the best out, Sovereign State, but he won't stay there, and Star Joe, with a tremendous amount of speed, races away for Zamojki and Sovereign State, a length further back Peachtree Road. 2 lengths to a score, big, followed by Presidential Rule. Going up on the rails, Carey Grant, a couple Master Jolly ahead to Crying the Fence. Down the side they run, and Star Joe must lead about 7 lengths on Sovereign State. A half on the inside, Zamojki, 2 further back Peachtree Road, 3 to Carey Grant inside a Scorbic, and then Presidential Rule. Followed over on the inside by Crying as they race up to approach the home corner, and Master Jolly is the tail ender. Heading to the bend, 500 left to go, and Star Joe must be 6 or 7 lengths on Sovereign State, who's got the unenviable task of taking those behind him up to this tearaway leader. Zamojki the inside, and Peachtree Road is wider out, and 2 further back is Carey Grant. Star Joe down to the 300 metres, still about 4 lengths on Sovereign State, a length further back Peachtree Road, then Zamojki, Carey Grant, and 2 to Crying. Star Joe, switching the tail. Sovereign State under his 59.5 is going to catch Star Joe, who's run out off the track. Sovereign State grabs Star Joe. Great performance, Sovereign State, to beat Star Joe, and Carey Grant third from Peachtree Road. Master Jolly, Zamojki, Crying, a score big, and last in was Presidential Rule.
Super Tab 1 Sovereign State $3 and 140. 3 Star Joe 210. 7 Carey Grant 350.
Behind him up to that tearaway leader, Star Joe. Oh, do you think Star Joe got the wobbles over the last 150? Started to switch the old tail, and he started to hang out drastically in the last 75 metres. He was getting that tired he could hardly pick his feet up, and Sovereign State under 59.5, proving too good, and paying $3.20 and 140, the best back runner in the race, and he's got there. Number 3, second, Star Joe, ridden by C. Muntz, has paid $1.90, and number 7 in third spot, Carey Grant, will return a dividend of $3 even. Those numbers to be confirmed. The winner, trained by Brian Guy for GR Goon, J. Grech, the Amalgamated Milk Services Syndicate, M.J. Ryan, F. Pace, and P.J. Paul by Arch Regent. The deceased Arch Regent has sired the first 2 winners, Regal Chamber, now this fella. Out of Stately Image, Sovereign State, and a mare that was successfully raced by Ray Guy, or trained by Ray. A 3-year-old chestnut gelding, this fellow, 16 starts, 6 wins and 4 thirds. A very, very genuine racehorse.
And they're off. He's jumped with them, Tertius, and one of the first out, Captain Crockett, with Brackenbury travelling forward from Matago. Around the outside, Perfect Vision from True Identity, and Tertius went back to the tail. Settling down, Captain Crockett from Brackenbury. Perfect Vision up on the outside, makes a line of 3 and anxious to push forward now, going up to the turn at the 1300. Perfect Vision comes across now and leads out 2 lengths to Captain Crockett and Brackenbury on the outside third. 2 further, Matago is 4th early from True Identity, and Tertius back on the inside. Well, he got to the front on Perfect Vision, but he put the brakes right on now at the 1100 metre mark and slowed them up to a canter. He's a length in front of on the outside, Captain Crockett pulling. So's Brackenbury 3 out on the outside. Matago is 4th from True Identity, and back to the inside as Tertius. Along the back of the 900 metre mark, no pace here. Perfect Vision about a head in front of Captain Crockett, almost on terms. 1 further back then Brackenbury. Matago back inside at 4th, 1.5 then to True Identity, and Tertius over on the inside. Off the 800 metre turn they come now, and it's Perfect Vision ahead in front of Captain Crockett, and Brackenbury sitting out on the outside there, the top weight out on the outside third. They're followed over on the fence there by Matago. True Identity went up wide and back in the centre, Tertius. 3 lengths covering them now, 400 to go, sprint on. Captain Crockett, Brackenbury quickly get up to Perfect Vision. True Identity wider out. Tertius waits for the run, then Matago went back to the tail. Brackenbury at the front, True Identity after it, and Tertius with the lighter weight will go back to the inside. They turn Brackenbury from True Identity. A length into Tertius. It's True Identity going up to Brackenbury. 2 lengths further back, Tertius again to the outside, but True Identity hit the front from Brackenbury with 100 to go. True Identity a neck in front. Brackenbury fights back, but True Identity gets in ahead to Brackenbury. 4 away third, Tertius from Matago. A gap, Captain Crockett, and Perfect Vision last of all.
Number 1, True Identity, the winner, and True Identity has paid $8 the win and $3.20 the place. 2 Brackenbury, 140, no third, 7 Tertius.
And on the Super Tab, 1 True Identity, 710 and 280. 2 Brackenbury, 140. 7 Tertius, no third.
Brackenbury 127 in the frame, 1, 2 and 7. True Identity, Steve King first. 2 second Brackenbury, Brent Thompson. 3rd, 7 Tertius, just stirred up a little before the race.
Brockenhurst stands up. The lighters on. They're racing. Now, Wenders was slowly away and getting out quickly. Triplina looking for the lead. Held out now by Mr. Atomic going up along the inside, and also Circuit Storm is going up on the outside of those leaders. Easing in behind those Brockenhurst, followed then by Stylish Conquest. Wenders second last. And about two then Sutton Farm at the tail of the field. As they settle down, they've got 1,000 to go. And Circuit Storm goes to the lead now. A length in front of Triplina running second. A half a length Mr. Atomic third on the inside. A further break of about a length and a quarter. Then Brockenhurst. Stylish Conquest down towards the inside. Just on a length. Wenders second last. And a half a length then Sutton Farmers last of all. As they lead the back and race down the side. 700 out in the Southern Fold quality. And Circuit Storm leads just over a length in front of Triplina doing it well. Getting up along the inside. Mr. Atomic followed further back to Brockenhurst, and Wenders taking off from the tail of the field. Stylish Conquest down towards the inside, and about two then is Sutton Farm at the tail of the field. On the swing into the turn, they've got about 500 to go, and the leader was Circuit Storm. Circuit Storm leads the field into the straight. Triplina second. Now going up very quickly on the outside. Wenders, Mr. Atomic down towards the inside. Back behind those then Sutton Farm switched out wide, and then Stylish Conquest. They've got about 300 to go, and Circuit Storm is giving plenty. Mr. Atomic moved up on the outside. Triplina, and down the outside Sutton Farmers putting a run, but Mr. Atomic drew to the lead near the line, running on fairly well. Wenders, but it's Mr. Atomic in front of Wenders near the line, and Mr. Atomic is too good. Mr. Atomic is first. Now second Wenders just in front of Sutton Farm, then Stylish Conquest, further back Triplina. The next one was Circuit Storm, the early leader, and Brockenhurst was the last one across the line.
Okay, it'll be 4, 2 and 1 there across the line. 4 in a photo, $6.20, $2.60 for the winner there. And that was Mr. Atomic, $6.20 and $2.60. Now, race 2 at Eagle Farm. Let's have a look at the latest market here.
They're off now on the Sky High Stakes, and immediately Buzz Off is going to drop out near the tail of the field, and Dance Hall Dame and Volakai are two of the early leaders. Rafters right up there, and so's Max Victory, and Red Eagle's not far away. Followed a length further back, Hickey Picker, then Law of the Land. Purse on the inside, and the last couple are Buzz Off on the inside of Nasserich. On the first corner they run now, and they've completed 400 metres, and Dance Hall Dame shows the way. About 3/4 of a length clear on Max Victory. Third posse is Red Eagle. Tightened up a little bit on the inside. Rafters covering ground, and between Red Eagle and Raft 3/4 away Volakai. Just over a length then coming Law of the Land, who's travelling around Purse, and then a gap of a length and a half to Hickey Picker inside Nasserich, and 2 lengths to Buzz Off. Quietly ridden at the tail of the field, and J.A. Cassidy well up on the irons on the hot pot. Dance Hall Dame for Shane Dye. Down the back of the course towards the 1,000 leads the way, a length Max Victory. Third posse Red Eagle, and then Raft still forced to cover a good deal of additional ground, followed by Volakai, a length the Law of the Land. On the rails next is Purse, just over a length still Hickey Picker. Nasserich being second last, and 2 lengths to Buzz Off. He'd be about 8 or 10 lengths off the lead, occupied by Dance Hall Dame. And down past the 750 they sweep Dance Hall Dame. 3/4 of a length Max Victory. Rafters third, then Red Eagle, Volakai, Law of the Land, followed by Purse, a length to Hickey Picker and Nasserich, and a length and a half to Buzz Off. And I think J.A. Cassidy's about to take off on him. Yep, here he comes. On the point of the corner now on the Sky High. 450 left to go, and Dye quickens up on Dance Hall Dame. It straightens up a half, 3/4 Max Victory. Buzz Off down the outside. Nasserich is going with Buzz Off, and then Raft starting to feel the strain. 200 to run, and Buzz Off out in the centre of the track races to the lead now. Nasserich is second, and then Dance Hall Dame followed by Max Victory, but it's Buzz Off in no danger of defeat, and Buzz Off wins the Sky High brilliantly from Nasserich. Third was Purse, a nice run, then Volakai, Dance Hall Dame, Hickey Picker, Law of the Land, followed by Max Victory, Red Eagle, and Raft, who covered a heap of additional ground back at the tail of the field.
Super Tab 1 Buzz Offs to pay $2.60 and $1.30. Number 4 Nasserich $2.10. 7 Purse $10 even.
But it his run at the right time, and the horse has done the rest. $2.60 and $1.50. Number 1 Buzz Off first. Number 4 Nasserich, ridden by D. Beedman second. So the punters here on track, good judges, very solid favourites. The winner and the best back to beat in the runner-up, $2.20. It's paid Nasserich, and number 7 third Purse. She ran a good race at $6.30, injecting some value into the trifecta. 147. The official fourth was number 8 Volakai. The time was 156.40. 156.40. That is well outside Balmares's race and course record of 153.96. The sectional run was 34.04. The winner by Zoffany from Waterhoney, a bay gilding 5, raced by Shelley Hancock's Bloodstock Honeycomb Syndicate. A sweet result, eh? For the Hancock Syndicate. Jack Denham, Jim Cassidy. Number 4, second, Nasser Rich, a 7-year-old chestnut gelding by Nasserpoor from No Lane. Bart Cummings, Darren Beedman. And number 7, Purse by High Reserve from Coin Case. Brown Mare 6, trained by Bart Denning, Atari, Kevin Moses. That's the story of the third. Can't take you any further at the stage, so interstate back to you.
Correct weight, Brisbane.
Racing. Beautiful breakaway too. Spartacus pounced from the gate and landed in front. Royal Rubiton up outside him early now from Del Sol, 2 lengths off in the early point. A length and a half, Captain Lee and Clang went back to last at the 1,000-metre mark. Spartacus a half in front. They back the speed a little now from Royal Rubiton, 2.5 Del Sol. 2 to Captain Lee and 2 last to the 5 runners Clang. Around the turn at the 850, Spartacus held together by Charles, the 3-year-old, about a half in front of Royal Rubiton. 2.5 further back in the race, then Del Sol third, 1 then to Captain Lee fourth, and 5th on the outside Clang. Getting a little closer, only about 4 lengths off Spartacus, who comes down to the 600-metre mark. A neck in front of Del Sol, still outside now, up second. Royal Rubiton scrubbed up. Clang peels out deep as he asks this leader to lengthen now. Spartacus, he's a length and a half. Clang, who's coming quickly around the outside from Royal Rubiton. Del Sol and Captain Lee check back on the fence. Spartacus under pressure, a neck in front. Clang ranging up on the outside. They come away from Del Sol. Pressure on Spartacus at the 200. Clang's headed him. Clang's got a neck in front of Spartacus. Clang's drawn away. Spartacus can't find any more. Then Del Sol out wide. Clang a length in front. Oh, he wants to run off the track. Spartacus, Del Sol back to the centre. Clang in front. Clang wins it a half neck to Del Sol. Nearly threw it away. A neck third, the favourite Spartacus. A long gap, Royal Rubiton, and last to the 5 is Captain Lee.
With the late scratching, 2 Hero wins, 6 Clang, 450, 180, 3 Del Sol, 560, no third, 5 Spartacus.
Number 6 Clang, Super Tab 530, 180. Number 3 Del Sol to return 550, no third for 5 Spartacus. Protest dismissed in Adelaide. Here's Michael Heath, Canberra.
Yeah, g'day, Paul. They're moving in here very quickly at Canberra for race 4. They did hold for the race in Melbourne.
Race 4. Light goes on. Racing. Semayamu went back to the tail of the field when they hit the ground, and Willow's Rhythm down towards the inside as the leader, taken on by Hoist out wide, Prince Magic Eye. Tangalooma Gold in that group, followed by Semayamu on the last pair, Jamia, who's racing on the inside of Inga. As they settle down and race down the back, they've got about 1,300 to go, and there's little between Willow's Rhythm on the inside and Tangalooma Gold. Settling in third place, Semayamu, about a half a length on the inside of those Hoist. Further back then, Prince Magic Eye, followed by Inga, second last, and Jamia down towards the inside as last of all, but they're very tightly bunched as they race inside the 1,000, where the leader now, Tangalooma Gold on the outside, about 3/4 of a length in front of Willow's Rhythm, running second, a length and a half then Semayamu, a length or so Prince Magic Eye on the outside of Hoist, followed by Inga second last, and a length then Jamia at the tail of the field as they leave the back and race down the side, 700 out, and the leader was Tangalooma Gold, a length over Willow's Rhythm. Out wide, running on was Prince Magic Eye, then Semayamu. Hoist getting up along the inside, not too far away as Inga as they race past the 600, and about 2 behind those Jamia at the tail of the field as they race up towards the turn. They've got about 500 to go, and leading the field in the straight, Tangalooma Gold. In second place, running on fairly well, was Willow's Rhythm. Hoist back along the inside, going wide, Semayamu, followed then by Prince Magic Eye, and looking for a run behind those Jamia. In the straight, they've got 300 metres to go. Willow's Rhythm has driven to the lead. On the outside, Prince Magic Eye. Jamia into the clears, putting in a run, followed then by Hoist down towards the inside, but it's Willow's Rhythm clear with about 150 metres to go. Now here comes Jamia. Willow's Rhythm in front. Jamia's coming very quickly near the line, and Jamia got up on the line to beat the Willow's Rhythm. Jamia first, Willow's Rhythm second, Hoist is third, followed then by Prince Magic Eye. Semayamu, Inga second last, and the early leader Tangalooma Gold was the last one across the line.
Well, Jamia, the winner over number 8, Willow's Rhythm, and number 5, Hoist there. 2, 8 and 5 on race number 4 at Canberra. Eagle Farm race 3 comes up in a moment.
Racing. And West Point from near an inside alley beat them out. Random going up very quickly. Star covered third, and then into Gaze. Might and Power improving. So too He's a Dane. And then Le Grand Moose, and length further back Ebony Grove. Getting back a little now is into Gaze. Followed by California the inside. 3 to Grant Master and a half length to Town Per Lane. They travel 400 metres, and it's Le Grand Moose, one of the real roughies in the field, scooting away. And on the first corner, Le Grand Moose opens up 2 Random ahead to Might and Power on the outside. 3 lengths lengths to He's a Dane. 3/4 to West Point on the inside. 1.5 to Star Cover to length. California Speed Good. 1 to the favourite into Gaze, about a horse off the fence. 3 Ebony Grove at his girth, the rails, Tarn Per Lane. And 2 to Grand Master down the back. 1200 to go. And Might and Power is a clear-cut leader now. Might and Power opens up 2 lengths on random. A similar margin. Third is He's a Dane on the outside of Legrand. Moves 2 to West Point. 1 to Star Cover. The speed is slowing. California is next on the fence, then into Gaze. The favourite's got 3 behind him. Ebony Grove, Tarn Per Lane and Grand Master. Out of the back and going to the side on the Rose Hill Guineas. They've got 800 left to run. And Might and Power about a length and 3/4 on random. Star Covered third. 2 lengths to He's a Dane, a couple to West Point. Ebony Grove slipping up on the inside. A length to into Gaze. 3 to Grand Master in California. And 2 lengths to the Victorian, Tarn Per Lane. 600 out. And J.A. Cassidy shaking up Might and Power. Star Covered having a shot at him. 2 lengths to random. A length to Ebony Grove, followed by Into Gaze. Craig Carmody taking off. And as they come around the home corner, Might and Power headed by Star Covered. A length and a half to Into Gaze, joining in stylishly. And then Ebony Grove, followed by Random and West Point. But Into Gaze hits the front down to the 200. Carmody going for home on the Integra Colt. And Into Gaze put 2 lengths now on Star Covered. Tarn Per Lane, it's coming home well. Into Gaze the leader, slowly but surely. Tarn Per Lane's getting Into Gaze. Will he make it? He did. Tarn Per Lane and D. Beatman get up in the last stride to beat Into Gaze. And Ebony Grove's run third from Star Covered. Grand Master. At the head of the others then, West Point, followed on the inside by Might and Power, Random California. And He's a Dane back at the tail of the field. Le Grand Moose has broken down at the 900, been retired at that point. And Tarn Per Lane has come from the tail of the field with...
For Tarn Per Lane, Super Tab, 770, 180. Number 1, Into Gaze, 120. And 2, Ebony Grove, 180.
40 cents added to that. Just watching the replay here, Into Gaze had it safely won, but Tarn Per Lane got him, and has got him by about a head. 10.50 and 2.40. Into Gaze, 120. And 2, Ebony Grove, 190. Well, Darren Beatman, as I say, nothing is beyond this fellow. Nothing is beyond him whatsoever. And this Victorian horse, ridden back in the field today, as we were able to tell you, by average game from Spoil the Party, trained at Narberthong in Victoria by Cliff Brown, giving Cliff his most important win for D.G. Brown and C. Barnes, a Bay Colt 3, and the all-conquering D. Beatman in the saddle. Number 1, Into Gaze. There'll be a lot of disappointment in the Into Gaze camp there. Craig couldn't have ridden him better, but Beatman had the last shot at him. At Into Gaze, $1.20 by Integra from Temper Gaze. Rod Craig for C. Lee, L. Andrazia, W. Manicas, R. McDowell and P. Chin. Rod Craig, the trainer. And third going to number 2, Ebony Grove. Better run today, wasn't it? By Grosvenor from Dusky Rosa. Brown Colt 3, maybe the blinkers helped him. Trained by Graham Rogerson for C. Buckingham and T. Tobin, Shane Dye. 4th went to number 6, and that was Star Covet. Number 8 ran 5th, Grand Master. The Quinella, $8, Exacta, $30.20, Trifecta, $106. The margins, here they are, thanks, James. Half a neck by 2 3/4. Half a neck, 2 3/4. 2 minutes, .55. 2 minutes, .55. Danewin holds the record, 1:59.99, and the sectional run was 35.68. Le Grand Moose breaking down just inside the 800 metres, and he's over there on his feet. And Le Grand Moose, the jockey, Le Grand Moose's rider, Lenny Beasley. We've got to check Lenny because he's on the ground. So I was looking at a different point when Le Grand Moose obviously must have lost his footing, and Len, where is he at the moment? Is he? I think he's okay.
Yeah, just watching Ian.
Yeah.
He pulled the.
And they're off. Mare's out in a good line with the exception of Von Ann, who didn't want to go early, and one of the first out was Chlorophyll. Dolby quickly up second from Red Nile, Try Open, and further out Prefer an Angel. Very wide on the track, right up on the bank, but starting to come over and head straight up towards the front. In fact, it's in the lead at the moment, Prefer an Angel. It's about to cross down to the rail. And around that turn, Prefer an Angel's got out just over a length to Chlorophyll and third Dolby, 2 or 3 Try Open. Red Nile is 5th on the fence early, and 2 for the back Bell Bellotto from Not On Friday, Free Success. Then Suma Peace and Von Ann back at the tail. Down the back, and Prefer an Angel, 2.5 Chlorophyll, 2 to Dolby, 2 for the further back running fourth is Red Nile. I think then on the outside, Trialpin fifth, 1.5 Bell Belotto. Next pair not on Friday, outside Free Success, and then Von Ann inside Suma Peace. Coming off the 850-metre turn now, and the leader is still Prefer an Angel, 2.5 in front. Away from the fence, second is Chlorophyll. In fact, these horses are racing well off the rail as they come down the side. A length and a half to Dolby, given a crack with a whip. Then came Red Nile, followed by Bell Belotto as they string right out and go to the 550-metre mark now. And the leader is Prefer an Angel, 1.5 Chlorophyll. He hasn't asked it yet from Dolby, third, but scrubbed up. A length into Red Nile, starting to run on. Then Bell Belotto and a good gap on the race, not on Friday, and forget the others. They're well off the fence, these runners. Prefer an Angel, a length in front.